Hello everyone and welcome to Mathematics Folio. In this video, we are going to solve a question from the topic vectors in 3D. The most interesting part of the problem is how to identify the correct region whose area is to be calculated. So let us start with the question. The question says that let alpha be the region. So alpha is actually denoting the region in the plane x plus y plus z equals to 1 with x, y, z greater than 0. That means they are talking about the first octant where x, y, z all are positive. Beta is the set of points ABC in alpha. That means now they are talking about those points in the same region alpha, that is in the first octant, such that only two of the three inequalities holds simultaneously. अब तीन inequalities जो हमें दी गई है, they are A less than equals to 1 by 2, B less than equals to 1 by 3, C less than equals to 1 by 6. If area of the region R is denoted by AR, then which of the following is or are correct? So here is the question that we will have to handle now. How we are going to solve it? So सबसे पहले तो मैं अल्फा रीजन का एरिया कैलकुलेट करना शुरू करती हूँ, क्योंकि वो तो हम क्वेश्चन रीड करते करते ही विजुलाइज कर सकते हैं इजीली कि एग्जैक्टली हमारे पास अल्फा रीजन क्या आएगा, राइट? तो हमने क्या किया, सबसे पहले मैंने इस रीजन को मार्क करना शुरू किया. जो रीजन हमें दिया गया है दैट रीजन इज x plus y plus z equals to 1. So correspondingly, if you trace it, this plane is going to intersect coordinate axes at the points A, B, and C. So I'm just going to write it like this. A point is 1, 0, 0. Then I'm taking the point B on y-axis 0, 1, 0. And this is point C 0, 0, 1. So when they are talking about alpha, they are talking about area of the triangle ABC. So we need to find out the area of the triangle ABC in the first part, that is A alpha. You can see that there are basically two parts of the question. One says calculate A alpha, the other one says calculate A beta. How we are going to calculate A alpha? So you just need to find out the area of this triangle ABC. कैसे find करेंगे? So in vectors, we have a formula which says that if you want to find out area of the triangle, delta vector का magnitude, then this is equals to root over delta x का square plus delta y का square plus delta z का square. What is this delta x, delta y, and delta z? They are nothing but the projection of the triangle ABC in the xy plane, yz plane, zx plane. यानी delta x की बात कर रहे हो तो yz plane पर projection है. Delta y is the projection of the triangle in the xz plane and this in the xy plane. So it's very simple. That means if I mark the origin here, then you can write that area of the triangle ABC is equals to under root of area of the triangle OAB, right? Plus area of the triangle OBC and plus area of the triangle OAC, the whole square. This is how we are going to calculate the area of the triangle. Please do not make the very common error of writing down the area in the determinant form, right? In 3D, we don't use that determinant formula area. This is how we calculate it, or otherwise we use half AB cross AC approach, right? चलिए कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं फटाफट से. हमारे पास A alpha आ जाएगा. A alpha is equals to under root of. अब आपके पास तीन triangles and all the three triangles have the same area. कितना आंसर आ रहा है आपके पास? We can say that 1 by 2. half base into height पे half ही रह जाता है. So basically what we are getting is half का square into 3 times. So ultimately answer turns out to be root 3 by 2 square units. So this is the answer that we have. Well, the area that I have calculated, I used or I have made you revise this formula. This is important. Alternatively, the same area can also be calculated if you notice that the triangle ABC is nothing but equilateral triangle, right? We have the triangle ABC equilateral, and if it is equilateral triangle, अगर ये equilateral triangle है तो इसका मतलब क्या निकलता है कि आपके पास सीधे आंसर आ जाएगा root 3 by 4 side square. अभी side square भी निकाल सकते हो आप. See, distance between AB is going to give me the side of the triangle, right? Equilateral triangle का side length मुझे मिल जाएगा, which is going to be root 2. So root 3 by 4 side ka square. Ultimately, root 3 by 2 is the answer. So both ways are comfortable. You can use any one approach for getting the answer. But the first method is general method for any kind of triangle, scalene or the isosceles one or the equilateral. Second one, I am using the very basic formula for calculating the area of equilateral triangle. Okay? So ये तो हो गया हमारा first part. That means calculating A alpha. Now I need to calculate A beta. What is A beta? A beta के लिए I'll have to find out the area of the region represented by beta. अब बीटा कौन सा रीजन है उसे आप ध्यान से देखो, हम किस तरह से आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं, दैट इज रियली इंपॉर्टेंट. द सेकेंड रीजन इज a portion of this triangle ABC, alpha का ही part है, as according to the question I have to take a part of alpha, which satisfies only 2 of the 3 inequalities at the moment. Yani out of the 3, only 2 inequalities are being satisfied and the third one is not satisfied. Not satisfied means, suppose if I'm assuming that A less than equals to 1 by 2, B less than equals to 1 by 3 is being satisfied, but at the same moment C will be greater than 1 by 6. Okay, so this is how we will have to consider. So I say all possible combinations leke whatever region I'm getting on this triangle, that triangle ka area I need to identify. Chale, how we are going to identify that region? So point hame diya gaya hai ABC, right? The point is ABC, jahan pe A kitna likha hai, A less than equals to 1 by 2, B less than equals to how much, 1 by 3, and C less than or equals to 1 by 6. So I started with, first of all, tracing this plane. Which plane? A is equals to 1 by 2. In fact, x equals to 1 by 2 ko I'm going to trace. X equals to 1 by 2 means you can see that this is the point 1 by 2 comma 0 comma 0. So plane is going to pass through this and it is going to be parallel to the YZ plane. So see, I'm just tracing the boundaries parallel to the YZ plane. After tracing these boundaries, again, you can see that it intersects the plane at these points. If it is intersecting the plane at these points, then I'm going to mark or I'm going to join these 2 points. Why I'm joining these 2 points? Because joining these 2 points will give me the intersection of the plane x equals to 1 by 2 with this yellow triangle, right? So what exactly is the boundary of intersection? The intersection boundary that I'm getting here is the one line, blue line, which I'm getting after joining the point of intersection of the 2 points that we are getting on the yellow triangle after tracing the plane x equals to 1 by 2, right? So हम इन points का नाम कुछ रख लेते हैं, हम इन्हें लिख लेते हैं PP dash. I hope it is clear. What I did, I just traced the plane x is equals to half, then I got its intersection with the yellow triangle. How I got the line of intersection? I got the points of intersection P and P dash, I joined them, that is going to give me the line of intersection. The similar way I'm going to use for the remaining 2 planes as well. That means हम लोग पहले boundary line बना रहे हैं, उसके बाद हम region को select करना शुरू करेंगे. हाँ, एक चीज यहाँ पर clear है, because you want A to be less than equals to half, that means A less than half वाला region ये रहेगा, ठीक है? So I'm just marking with the arrow so that it will be convenient for us to identify the required region, ठीक है? चलिए चलते हैं second region पर. Now what is the second region? B is equals to 1 by 3 को I'm going to mark now. तो ठीक है, मार्क करते हैं B equals to 1 by 2, B equals to 1 by 3. 1 by 3 means you can see that here we are going to get 1 by 3. So plane y equals to 1 by 3. I will be tracing plane y equals to 1 by 3. Plane y equals to 1 by 3 will be parallel to the xz plane. So I'm just marking the boundaries parallel to the xz plane. See, this will give me the point of intersection with the yellow triangle. I got the point of intersection with the yellow triangle. I'm going to join them. So let me write Q and Q dash over here. So हम P dash की तरह ही Q dash को join करेंगे. So I'll get the line of intersection of the yellow triangle and the plane y equals to 1 by 3. तो चलिए join कर लेते हैं. जैसे ही आप दोनों को join करते हैं, ये रहा second boundary. This is the second boundary I will be getting. So I'm just removing the additional lines. वो हमारे reference के लिए थी, so that हम correct region को identify कर पाए. तो ये हमने additional boundary हटा दी. Now what is the next thing? अच्छा, before going for the next thing, let us mark the region B less than equals to 1 by 3. You want B to be less than 1 by 3. That means you will have to move downwards, right? So this is the region where you will have B less than 1 by 3. Now let us mark down the third boundary. Third boundary कहाँ से आएगा? C equals to 1 by 6 से. I'm going to trace C is equals to 1 by 6. Where is C equals to 1 by 6? So C equals to 1 by 6 means somewhere here you will be getting, right? Now C, 1 by 6, a line, or we can say that the plane parallel to XY plane you have to trace. So just mark the boundaries parallel to the XY plane. This is how I'm going to mark the boundaries. The point of intersection I'm going to write R and R dash. R and R dash. Now I'm going to join RR dash to get the third line of intersection of the yellow triangle and the plane, which plane we are talking about? The plane is C is equals to 1 by 6. The plane is C is equals to 1 by 6. So let us mark it properly. So ये boundary हमारे पास आ जाएगा. ठीक है? So जो additional boundaries है, again I'm just removing it. So let us remove all those yellow additional boundaries. The boundary which we are getting, the line of intersection that we are getting on the yellow triangle, I'm going to just keep that thing. ठीक है? हम सिर्फ उतना ही रखेंगे and बाकी सारी boundaries को हम लोग remove कर देते हैं. ठीक है? After removing the boundary, again let us mark the region where you will have C less than or equals to 1 by 6. So you can see that you want C to be less than 1 by 6, means the region that I should select must be this one, right? This is the region that I have to select. Okay, now what do you want? Now we have to select that region in which only two of the inequalities will be satisfied while the third one will not be satisfied. So I said, okay, let us start with, first of all, the parallelogram regions. Which parallelogram regions? I'm going to consider, see, पूरा जो yellow triangle है ना, वो बहुत सारे regions में convert हो गया है. So I'm just going to consider these parallelograms first of all. Then I'll go for the triangles, जो leftover triangles है, उनका region भी check करेंगे. If you talk about this, अच्छा एक point जो center पर आ रहा है, उसका नाम मैं S रख देती हूँ. Now, if I talk about QSRA, if you talk about this parallelogram, I hope it is clear that we have here the parallelograms because all the lines are parallel to the base of the triangle, right? So आपके पास क्या आ जाएगा? It is a parallelogram that we are getting. In this parallelogram, what do you want? You are getting C less than 1 by 6. We are getting B less than 1 by 3. But if you talk about A, you can see that third boundary, जो PP dash वाली boundary है ना, according to that boundary, A we are getting greater than 1 by 2 in this parallelogram region. So in this parallelogram region, only two of the inequalities are being satisfied, that B will be less than or equals to 1 by 3 and C is going to be less than or equals to 1 by 6, while we are getting A to be greater than half. So definitely I'll have to select this parallelogram region. Now let us come to this triangle PSQ. Triangle PSQ को देखते हैं जरा. In the triangle PSQ, you have A greater than 1 by 2. And at the same moment, you also have B greater than 1 by 3. यानी दो inequalities नहीं satisfy हो रही है वहां पे, तो हमने PSQ triangle को reject कर दिया. Now you go and check for the parallelogram, the next parallelogram PBR-S. PBR-S को check करेंगे. बिल्कुल similar region से जब आप check करते हो तो you will identify this as the required region. ये हमारे पास required region है जहां पे देख लो ये दो red arrows दिखाई दे रहे हैं, यानी दो inequalities तो satisfy हो रही है इस region में. अभी corresponding to third line QQ dash, the arrow is opposite. Arrow opposite है इसका मतलब definitely I am going to take that region as the answer because दो ही inequality satisfy हुई, third one नहीं satisfy हुई. Coming to this last region हमारे पास आएगा ये वाला parallelogram जो आप फिर से चेक करके वेरिफिकेशन कर सकते हो. ठीक है? तो बीटा जो रीजन है ना, दिस इज ग्रीन शेडेड रीजन whose area now we need to find out. अब इस बीटा रीजन का एरिया हम फाइंड कैसे करेंगे? How we are going to find out the region और द एरिया ऑफ दिस रीजन. कैसे फाइंड करें? तो उसे फाइंड करने के लिए एक चीज आप यहाँ पे नोटिस कर सकते हो कि आपको यहाँ पे 3 ट्राइंगल्स मिल रहे हैं छोटे, ठीक है, विद इन द येलो ट्राइंगल. And because all the 3 lines, blue lines that I have traced are parallel to the base, that's why all these 3 triangles are going to have all the 3 angles similar as the angles of yellow triangle. आपको similar triangles मिल रहे हैं यहाँ पे. अब similar triangle का मतलब ये है कि yellow triangle is equilateral. So I'm going to get this triangle also as equilateral. This triangle is also going to be equilateral. This is also equilateral. So तीनों equilateral triangle है. So what I am thinking is to get the required portion का area, what I will be doing. To calculate A beta, my first step will be calculating A alpha, and which we have already done. And then from that, I'm going to subtract the area of 3 triangles. Delta 1, delta 2, delta 3. All the 3 are equilateral triangles. I'm going to subtract the area of each one of them. ठीक है? तीनों का area subtract कर दिया जाएगा. Now how we are going to do this? सबसे पहले हम delta 1 पर चलते हैं. Delta 1 नाम रख लेते हैं यहाँ पर आकर. So हमें चाहिए delta 1 का area. I need the area of delta 2. I need the area of delta 3. Let us start with delta 1. But if you want delta 1, then you need the coordinates of P and Q. How we are going to get the coordinates of P and Q? So you can see that AB जो line है ना, that AB line is in the XY plane, right? That AB line is in the XY plane, and what I need to do is I just need to solve this line with the line, or we can say that with different planes with which we are getting the point of intersection. So let me just show you, like AB line if you want to write, so AB line आपके पास कितना आ जाएगा, एक बार थोड़ा सा कैलकुलेशन हम इस साइड करते हैं. तो हमारे पास जो AB line होगा, that AB line I can write x upon 1 y upon 1 is equals to 1. ठीक है. अब आपको क्या चाहिए, सबसे पहले I want P के coordinates. How will you get P? You will get P if you solve this line with the plane x equals to 1 by 2. Right? When I'm solving this line and the plane, I'll get the coordinates of point P. So let me write down the coordinates of the point P. I'm getting it as 1 by 2. So y also turns out to be 1 by 2, and comma z coordinate is automatically 0. We are getting it as 0. Now I'll get the coordinates of point Q. हमें Q के coordinates भी चाहिए. Q के coordinates आपको कैसे मिलेंगे? When you will be solving this line with y is equals to 1 by 3. So when you are solving it with 1 by 3, we can now write down the coordinates of the point Q. कैसे लिखेंगे? Y coordinate 1 by 3 आ रहा है. Let us find out the x coordinate from here. This will be 2 by 3 and comma 0. So we have the coordinates of PQ. Now similarly, you can get the coordinates of P dash, R dash, and Q dash. One thing is clear, that for Q dash also, we will have the y coordinate as 1 by 3. Here x coordinate will be 0. And you will have to evaluate what is going to be the z coordinate. So z coordinate almost similar equation बनने वाली है. BC में it will be y plus z is equals to 1. So when you keep y as 1 by 3, z automatically turns out to be 2 by 3. यानी simple calculation है. You don't have to write down the line का equation in the 3D form. It's not at all required. ठीक है. R dash भी आप निकाल सकते हैं. R dash के लिए z coordinate we know that it is 1 by 6. Y coordinate we will have to evaluate. X coordinate तो definitely 0 है because BC is on YZ plane. ठीक है. अब हम इसका x coordinate निकालते हैं. तो y को 1 by 6 लिखने पर, आप क्या z को 1 by 6 लिखने पर y coordinate will be 5 by 6. And similarly, let us write down the coordinates of R. So R means here y coordinate will be 0. So x coordinate will turn out to be 5 by 6, comma 1 by 6. P dash के लिए x coordinate is going to be 1 by 2. Y coordinate is now 0. And z coordinate 1 by 2. So basically, I have the coordinates of all the points P dash, Q dash, and R dash. Why I need all these coordinates? I actually need these coordinates to get the side length of equilateral triangles delta 1, delta 2, delta 3, so that I can get the area, and then I can subtract it from A alpha to get the answer for my question. ठीक है. चलिए अब हम एक काम और करेंगे. अब हम जरा तीनों ट्राइंगल्स की साइड लेंथ्स भी निकाल लेते हैं. Like PQ you can easily evaluate. जब आप PQ को evaluate करते हो तो PQ लेंथ हमारे पास आ जाती है √2 by 6. Similarly, when you are evaluating P dash R length, so when you are evaluating P dash R length, it turns out to be 2√2 divided by 6. यानी आ जाता है √2 by 3. And when you evaluate the length Q dash R dash, जब आपने ये length निकाला तो ये length हमारे पास आएगी √2 by 2, यानी 1 by √2. This turns out to be 1 by √2. Now, corresponding to these three sides, can we get the areas of equilateral triangle? √2 by 6, √2 by 3, and then finally, what do we have? The third one is 1 by √2. So, ले लिख लेते हैं. This is √3 by 2 minus √3 by 4 side square है, तो √3 by 4 को common लिया. Side square for the very first triangle delta 1 की अगर मैं बात करती हूँ, तो delta 1 में हमारे पास side length कितना था? Side length था हमारे पास √2 by 6. So when you square it, you will get 2 by 36, right? You will be getting 2 by 36. Plus coming to the second triangle का side length is 1 by √2. So when you square it, you will be getting 1 by 2. And the third side or third triangle का side length, when you talk about the third equilateral triangle का side length, that is √2 by 3. So squaring it will give me 2 by 9. It turns out to be 2 by 9. Now you just have to complete the calculation part. Your answer will turn out to be 11√3 by 36. So here is the answer that we will be getting. Now let us go back to the question and see which options are to be selected. So हमारा आंसर क्या जाएगा? इस पूरे क्वेश्चन में आप देख सकते हो कि सबसे पहले हमारे पास √3 by 2 यानी A अल्फा की वैल्यू तो B सिलेक्ट हो जाएगी. Regarding A beta, what we are getting is 11√3 by 36. So D option is absolutely correct. So see, such a beautiful question in which you will have to visualize, identify the region, and then simple calculation. Say you have to complete the question. Hope you enjoyed the video. So please don't forget to like the video. Please share the channel with your fellow aspirants and your friends. Do subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Till then, bye-bye. And thank you all of you.